What's going on, everybody? Tyler Guzzo back again for another week of fun, exciting answering of questions and giving you fitness advice and all the fun stuff. So basically, I've been away for a little bit. I've been busy as ever, just doing a lot of things with the boot camp, with the business. Guzzo Fitness Systems now has a website that is live. You can go to Guzzo Fitness at guzzofitness.com. And you can check out, I'm going to have a blog on there. I'm going to have different videos of workouts on there. A whole lot of stuff to come, guys. I'm very excited. The boot camp is growing, getting a lot of people to come out and really just share the experience with us. So I'm really excited about that. But I've been busy dealing with a lot of those things. But I have not forgot about you guys and the questions that I've gotten. So I wanted to get at one in particular. I have one from our buddy Nick. And Nick basically wants to know if he should cycle off his creatine, and if so, what parameters under, like how many weeks on, how many weeks off, this and that. So basically, Nick, I'm going to answer your question, but first I wanted to just kind of give a little bit of background information to everyone else about what creatine exactly is. Creatine basically derives from amino acids in your foods through different meats and vegetables as well, but mainly you're going to get it from methionine and glycine are the amino acids you're going to find creatine from. You're going to derive those, and it's going to break down in your liver. And essentially, what's going to happen is you are going to get creatine stored in your musculoskeletal tissue, so in your muscles essentially. And the average person who weighs about 70 kilograms, based on the studies that I was looking at, they hold about 120 grams of creatine in their body, and then you kind of flush through that 1 to 2% of that a day, and that turns into creatinine, and then you urinate that out into the toilet, where that's just useless pretty much. So at maximum, you probably hold about 160 grams of creatine in your body, and that is your that's your creatine phosphate essentially. So that's used specifically for energy output. So guys, basically what you do is when you're working out, and creatine has so many benefits. Just the benefits are endless, guys. Improves performance, enhances energy, increases strength, increases muscular endurance, muscular size, hypertrophy. All these things that creatine does, and it's very beneficial. And what it does is basically, as you're burning energy throughout a workout, throughout especially the initial phases of the workout, you're using what's called ATP. That's our basic energy burning. That's basically when we synthesize ATP. That's when we're using our initial energy source, when we're using energy that fuels the mitochondria in our cells to give us perform actions, especially these high intensity exercise, when we're doing the heavy lifts, when we're going to do a lot of reps, when we're doing sprints and box jumps and things like that. During the initial phase of our workout, we're using this to burn as fuel. So what happens is adenosine triphosphate, meaning there's 3 phosphates, okay? So what happens is when you burn that, you go down to adenosine diphosphate, ADP. Okay, so you have ATP breaks down into ADP. Then you have the creatine phosphate. That phosphate, through the phosphate system, comes around and basically resynthesizes the ADP into ATP by adding the phosphagen there back into ATP. So now you're able to continue lifting. You're able to continue. Say you get to the first set of your 5x5 workout. You're doing 225 for one set, and basically you're bench pressing this 225 pound weight, and it's difficult. But as you go through the sets, it gets more and more difficult because you're running out of that creatine phosphate as you're burning through, and as you're doing this high intensity workout, you're burning through it. But that's why you rest, to allow your phosphate system to basically resynthesize the ADP into ATP. That's why you have rest breaks. That's why we don't just go bam, 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 bam through 60% of your 1 rep max, 70% of your 1 rep max, 80%, whatever, through those high percentages of your 1 rep max. You can't just bang through a set of 5, then rest for 2 seconds, then a set of 5, unless you're the Incredible Hulk. I mean, 225s, that's a relative number to you, whatever that is for you. But I mean, percentage-wise, that is why we have to rest, to allow our phosphate system to recover. So essentially, you're going to run out of that as you work out, which is why you get tired, which is why you can't lift as much towards the end of the workout. Basically, through the research that I've done, there hasn't been any real issues with creatine consumption, with exogenous, meaning supplementation of creatine. And a lot of people say there's like kidney issues and things like that. Obviously, you want to drink enough water because it's going to increase your intracellular water uptake. So you want to make sure that you're drinking enough water. I normally say about half your body weight in ounces, and then a little bit more if you're taking creatine, maybe even 2/3 your body weight in ounces, something like that, to make sure that you're hydrated. But ultimately, there's not really any health issues. The only issue that I see with taking creatine, guys, is that your body, just like anything else, when you're taking something through supplementation, and you're basically replacing your body's need to produce that. So you're basically going to down-regulate your body's own creatine forming processes. So your body's gonna say, well, we have all this creatine here, no reason for us to work. There's no reason to work when this guy's working his tail off putting the creatine in us. So I think it's always good to take a break off that. I don't think there's anything that you want to especially a supplement wise, you don't want to continually take unless it's like a vitamin or like glucosamine or something like that. But especially when you're supplementing with something like this to increase performance, you want to definitely cycle off. So a lot of the cycles, guys, go with a front load where you go for about 5 to 7 days of about 20 to 25 grams per day, splitting that up into anywhere from 4 to 6 servings. Normally the serving size is about a teaspoon, which is about a heaping teaspoon, whatever the heaping means to you. I don't know why they put heaping on the label. That can mean anything. I mean, heaping is a relative word. So basically, heaping teaspoon for most of your powder form creatine is going to be 5 grams. 5 grams, so you take that about 4 to 5 times a day, 20 to 25 grams, and that way you front load your creatine storage in your musculoskeletal tissue. Now, after that, you basically do a maintenance phase where you're doing about 5 grams a day, 5 to 10 grams a day, depending on what your goal is. So you want to go ahead and start that maintenance phase after the week to 5 days, and you can go on that for anywhere from, I normally tell people, if you're going to do this, I would do it, anywhere from 1.5 to 3 months. I'd say 3 months at the long end. That's very extensive, but obviously, 1.5 to 2 months is probably your safe range there to make sure that you're not completely depleting your own body's ability to synthesize this and use it. But really, there's not much harm in taking creatine, guys. I mean, so I think that, to answer your question, Nick, I think maybe try it a month and a half, 2 months, get off it for about 2 weeks to a month, hop back on it if that's still your goal, is to get bigger, stronger, faster type thing. And if you're trying to lean down, it's going to help with lean body mass. So I think it's a great supplement to take. I think it's essential if you really want to take your lifting to the next level, or take your performance to the next level, depending on what you're trying to do. But basically, that's it, guys. Creatine's great. I personally use it myself. I just went through a cycle off phase myself, and now I'm cycling back on it, and I'm doing the front load phase as we speak. So I think it's great. I think you should definitely use it, utilize it. Creatine monohydrate is one of the more well-known types of creatine that's been studied a lot more than any other ones. So go with that. But basically, yeah, guys, that's the answer to the question there. I got a couple more questions that I got to get to towards the end of the week, but I appreciate you guys definitely staying up to date and keep asking me these questions. It keeps me busy, guys. I enjoy it. I like helping you guys out. If you guys like the page, like the information, if you guys want to see more of these videos, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, share, all the above on this channel, please. It really helps me out. And it helps out just get this information out to people. I know there's a lot of fitness channels and things like that, but I really want to give you guys the best information that I have and be honest with you guys. And I also have the Facebook page going, Guzzo Fitness Systems. You can email me at guzzo.fitness@mail.com. We can get directly to me, or you can ask a question on the comment below. Also, like I said, guzzofitness.com. It is up and live right now. It's under construction, so it's not completely done. There's a couple things on there, but you guys can go ahead and check it out. It's great. I'm pumped about it. I'm very excited. Be looking out for that. I'm also going to be putting up I plan on doing some live videos of my boot camps coming up here, so that's going to be exciting as well. Any of you boot camp owners or anybody who's doing things like that can look at that and get any ideas that I'm doing with my clients and take that to their boot camp as well. So I appreciate your time, guys. Appreciate all the support. It really means a lot. So thank you guys for your time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today, and have a great day.